The night was supposed to be special. My parents had thrown a big family party to celebrate my dad's retirement. Music, laughter, kids running around, tables full of food. My wife and I brought our 10-year-old daughter, Emma, who was excited to see her cousins. She'd even worn the little yellow dress her grandma loved. For the first hour, everything seemed fine. I was talking to my brother near the grill when I noticed Emma standing alone in a corner, holding a plate she hadn't touched. Her small shoulders were trembling. I walked over, confused, and that's when I saw the tears rolling down her cheeks. My stomach sank. "Hey, sweetheart," I whispered, kneeling beside her. "What's wrong?" She shook her head, but then I heard laughter from across the table, and my sister's voice, loud and mocking. "I was just joking," she said between laughs. "Come on, she has to toughen up." I turned, my jaw tightening. "What did you say to her?" My sister, Lisa, smiled casually, holding her wine glass. "Relax, it's just a joke." I asked her about that little song she sang at school. She said she wants to be a singer, so I told her that's cute, but maybe she should focus on something real, like math. The people around her chuckled, and I could see Emma's face turn red. My wife stood frozen across the room, disbelief in her eyes. I looked back at Lisa. "And you thought that was funny?" I asked quietly. Lisa shrugged. "You're being sensitive again. She needs to learn how to handle teasing." I stood there for a second, watching my daughter bite her lip to stop herself from crying more, and something inside me snapped. "No," I said. "She needs to learn that it's okay to dream, and that people who mock her dreams don't deserve her time." The room went silent. Even the music seemed to fade. Lisa rolled her eyes and muttered something under her breath, but I didn't care. I took Emma's hand and said, "We're leaving." Lisa laughed. "Seriously? You're storming out over a joke." I turned to her and said, "I'm walking out because my daughter deserves to be in rooms where she's loved, not laughed at." My wife followed us, her eyes shining with tears. The drive home was quiet. Emma kept staring out the window, and after a while she whispered, "Dad, why doesn't Aunt Lisa like me?" My heart broke a little more. "She does, sweetheart. She just forgot how to be kind. Some adults do that sometimes." When we got home, I tucked her into bed, but before she fell asleep, she said softly, "I don't think I'll sing again." I froze. "Emma, look at me," I said, sitting beside her. "You don't stop singing because someone can't hear your worth. You sing louder until the right people listen." She nodded weakly and closed her eyes. Later that night, when the anger wouldn't let me sleep, I looked through my phone until I found a video I'd taken of her school performance. A shy little girl on stage, singing with all her heart while the crowd clapped. I posted it in our family group chat with a simple message. "This is what you mocked tonight. My daughter's courage. Her heart. The same one we're supposed to protect." Then I turned off my phone. The next morning, there were dozens of messages. Apologies from my mother, excuses from my brother, and finally one from Lisa. I didn't realize I hurt her. "Please tell Emma I'm sorry." I didn't reply. Instead, I spent the day with Emma. We went to a small music shop, and I bought her a real microphone and a little speaker. That evening, she sang in our living room. Just me, my wife, and her. She smiled again for the first time since the party. A few days later, there was a knock on our door. It was Lisa. She looked nervous, holding something behind her back. "Is Emma home?" she asked. I hesitated, then called Emma over. Lisa knelt in front of her, tears in her eyes. "I was cruel, sweetheart. I thought I was being funny, but I hurt you. I watched that video your dad sent, and you were amazing. You have a beautiful voice. I hope you'll forgive me." She pulled out a small box. It was a microphone stand wrapped with a ribbon. "For your future concerts," she said softly. Emma looked up at me, then at her aunt, and after a moment, hugged her. "Okay," she whispered. Lisa hugged her back tightly. Later, as my sister left, she turned to me. "Thank you for calling me out," she said. "I forgot what words can do." I nodded. "We all do sometimes. Just remember next time, it's not a joke if it makes a child cry." That night, Emma sang again, her voice stronger than ever, filling the house with something pure. My wife leaned on my shoulder and said, "You did the right thing." I smiled faintly. "No," I said, watching our daughter sing into her new microphone. "She did. She didn't stop shining just because someone tried to dim her light." And in that moment, I realized, sometimes the bravest thing a parent can do isn't fighting back with anger, but standing tall enough to show their child what self-worth really looks like.